News as a lot of people start the rush of what AAA predicts will be record Thanksgiving travel.
You just never know what's going to happen, to be honest. It's kind of like a waiting game to see what they say.
No, she was at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport in Texas, where weather caused hundreds of delays yesterday. Only a few dozen this morning. Nationwide, almost 600 delays, with just 34 flights canceled so far. Fox's Brooke Taylor's at DFW.
TSA expects to screen 18 million people from today through next Tuesday, with today being the busiest day for air travel. There are 52,000 flights scheduled nationwide. The FAA says their air traffic control towers are still understaffed, but they are back to pre-government shutdown levels, and flight schedules are also back to normal.
South of her, there's storm damage being cleaned up in the Houston area after a tornado hit, damaging about 100 homes.
Power is out for most of at least several blocks as we were making our way into this neighborhood. Generators in the area providing some power. We did see some lights on, but the debris goes all the way down the block.
Ruben Dominguez with Fox 26 TV in Spring, Texas. There are new casualties of war in Ukraine, where a Russian drone and missile barrage killed at least 7 people. A Ukrainian counterattack left 3 dead inside Russia.
At the moment, the Secretary of the Army is leading the talks with the Russian side. His team is saying the Ukrainians have agreed to the peace deal ahead of Thursday's deadline. That is a big deal. Now they need to get Russia on board.
Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House. Attorney General Pam Bondi is vowing to fight a federal judge's ruling that dismissed the criminal cases against New York's Attorney General Letitia James, accused of mortgage fraud, and former FBI Director James Comey, charged with lying to Congress.
We'll be taking all available legal action, including an immediate appeal, to hold Letitia James and James Comey accountable for their unlawful conduct.
The judge ruled the U.S. attorney who got the indictments was unlawfully appointed. America's listening to Fox News.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
An official message from Medicare.
Couple more minutes, and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year, I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you gotta make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money.
Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Will the U.S. go on the attack inside Venezuela? Amid a 2-month operation off the coast, blowing up more than 20 boats suspected of trafficking illegal drugs and killing more than 80 alleged narco-terrorists, the U.S. has designated a cartel led by Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro a foreign terrorist organization.
The administration accusing Maduro and his generals of enriching themselves in the drug trade. The administration says the new designation opens up the cartel to airstrikes, claiming the same legal authority used to destroy suspected drug boats. Should President Trump give the green light, there is plenty of firepower in the Caribbean.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson in Trinidad and Tobago, where U.S. troops are training. On Wall Street, stock futures are down, not moving much the morning after, and the NASDAQ surged up nearly 600 points. The Dow rose 200. There's a search in Virginia with police using dogs and drones looking for a missing high school football coach.
Travis Turner, head football coach and a phys ed teacher at Union High School in Big Stone Gap, Virginia, was last seen Thursday walking into the woods near his home. Police were told he was missing on their way to the home as part of an investigation, they say, not to make an arrest. The next day, the school district, without saying if the cases are connected, said in a statement, a staff member has been placed on administrative leave with pay while an external agency reviews an allegation reported to the district. Turner, 46 years old, was in the middle of an undefeated season with the Union High School Bears. They played him one without him on Saturday. Chris Foster, Fox News.
Week 12 of the NFL season is in the books.
Despite 3 picks thrown by 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy, San Francisco won the Monday night game 20-9 over the Carolina Panthers. First time Christian McCaffrey scored a touchdown against the team that traded him to the 49ers in 2022. McCaffrey finished with 89 rushing yards and 53 receiving yards. San Francisco improved to 8-4. Carolina dropped to 6-6.
That's Jared Max. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a check of local news. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says National Guard troops he sent to Illinois last month returning before Thanksgiving. Troops sent to support federal immigration agents during protest over ICE raids, but a federal court ruled they could not be activated in Illinois, limiting them to securing their base while the case heads to the Supreme Court. Illinois health leaders pushed back after a CDC website update suggested the claim that vaccines don't cause autism is not an evidence-based statement. State Public Health Director said extensive research shows no link between vaccines and autism and warned the federal wording could fuel confusion and mistrust. For the 18th year, cars lined up at Urbana's Quest United Methodist Church Saturday in preparation for the holiday of giving thanks. The Heartstrong Food Pantry hosting its Thanksgiving Big Give Drive, where people could get the traditional holiday meal at no cost. The turkey drive almost didn't happen this year due to budget restraints. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Well, without Greg Solier traveling, then the TSA would only have to check 44,999,096. So,
Okay.
so you put him at 45 million exactly.
All righty.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, don't forget there'll be another couple of people tagging along too, so that might even be a slightly improved number from what you just quoted there. So.
Okay. All right. I had you down for 4, so maybe there's more.
Yeah. Although oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
correct.
Well, anyway, you get to travel
All right,
out of
very good.
O'Hare tomorrow night, and there's a major storm down.
I'm more concerned coming back.
Well, are we going to get
Saturday.
snow Saturday when you're trying to get back?
Yeah, and more so in my particular part of the neighborhood for some reason. It's kind of targeted there. Yeah, we'll get some here. Maybe a little more of that freezing stuff we've got to contend with. It will be certainly a messy scenario coming back in our neck of the woods, and anything from the north and west. Late Friday, more likely Saturday, Sunday. So there.
This is it. This is the Super Bowl for the FAA, Federal Aviation Administration. There's supposed to be 81 million traveling and 45 million TSA checks over the next 5 days.
Right.
Oh my gosh. So anyway,
and I hope the flight controllers have rested and everything is squared away with those guys that have been going nonstop too. So
if you're FAA and you're doing like the flight control, you get an hour and then you're off 20. Then you work an hour and then you're off 20. It's just too intense.
Yeah.
Because you can't miss a dot, right?
No room for error.
No, it's average air traffic control person makes $59,000.
Wow,
that's not enough. That's not enough.
Yeah, I'd say it's time for raises.
Well,
for
if
everybody.
you say everybody starts at 100, you can max out maybe 220. Then I'd just say this is what it pays. You'll get more people. Mm-hmm. There'll be people wanting to do it, I guess. And then when you go to the school, and then you put your cities you want. And then based on how you score is who gets the preference.
I see.
Yeah, a little competition going on. Hey, good morning.
So you could get Chicago or Champaign or whatever or Honolulu.
Who would pick Chicago?
No.
You're going to get paid
or Atlanta or the East Coast or LA.
You get paid the same at Willard, I think. Anyway, it's Chicago's a lot different. You ask a firefighter if they want to get transferred to Cook County.
You don't even get me started there. Crook County. But two positive things, by the way, as well. A, going to check out the new terminal. There's a newly open terminal in Pittsburgh. B, I've already got figured out what I'm wearing for my Bears gear out there. He tries to say.
Philadelphia Friday game. Yeah.
And the Pittsburgh game from last weekend. So
right. That's right.
Just say, how's Aaron treating you?
There you go. Boom. Yeah, we own you.
Stir the pot. Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, it's Tuesday, November 25th, but I had to look. Good morning, I am Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey, Mr. Meteorologist Greg Solier. Is there a big storm near Atlanta today that's going to mess up flights all over America and maybe the world?
Actually, the likelihood of it's a fair accomplishment, meteorologically speaking, to get a slight risk of severe weather going down there at this point late in the season. And there's already, right on top of them right now, a little bowed out echo. A couple of wind reports just west of there, and if we could talk and chew gum, 55 to 60 mile an hour wind gusts back into parts of eastern Alabama in the wake of that thunderstorm area that's closing in on metro Atlanta as we speak.
Okay, meteorologist Greg Solier, and brought to you this morning by the Urbana Park District.
Reminding you, the turkey trot comes your way, stepping off at 9 a.m. at Crystal Lake Park in Urbana. Free registration online now in case you'd like one of those finisher ribbons to participate. And you can start getting things underway at 8 o'clock at Crystal Lake Park. It's the Turkey Trot, the longest running event for the Urbana Park District Thanksgiving morning.
Meteorologist Greg Solier with a look at this holiday week, sir.
Yeah, and on the other side of the country, well, actually not too far away from us, boy, the snow is flying, the temperatures are dropping, and the winds are hitting 65 to 70 miles an hour. That's just, that's wind gusts coming down off the northern and central Rockies into the western Dakotas around this tightening and strengthening storm system as it makes its way through the upper Midwest and Great Lakes region. One of the rare systems so far this fall season where we tap into the polar jet stream pattern. That's what's going to lock in here with time. We'll be on the eastern and southern fringe of that, and sometimes that means these mixed precipitation events that get going, more in the way of snow north and west of us, more in the way of mixed moisture here, more in the way of rain, and even some severe weather is still back into play over the holiday weekend over the southeastern states. But everybody, including us, certainly needs the moisture in one form or another. Nice mild day underway right now. We're already into the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. Most of the overnight rains, that was a tenth to a quarter that came on by. Off to the east, it may sprinkle and drizzle here for the morning. Back in late this afternoon, close to 55. Light wind today and heads up on the dense fog advisory through the mid-morning. Then overnight tonight through much of the day tomorrow, it's a wind advisory out of the west-northwest. It'll pick up tonight at 20 to 30, gust 40 to 45, maybe close to 50 miles per hour here tomorrow, with an overnight low for tonight across the area that turns certainly colder than recent nights. We'll bottom out into the lower 30s. Tomorrow, a few snow flurries around. Partly sunny, blustery cold as mentioned. We'll struggle to 40, bottom out at 22 for tomorrow night, and a Thanksgiving day that's partly sunny, windy, cold as well. A couple of morning snow flurries and maybe up to 35, the best we can muster up. We're dry during the daylight hours of Friday, increasing clouds 32. We'll start off with the teens in the morning. Then overnight, Friday night and Saturday, maybe a quick spell of some snow to move north to south to north for the morning hours. Then some mixed rain, some freezing rain, sleet and snow Saturday afternoon and evening. We shift over to rain on Sunday, then back over to snow before ending on Monday. Going to be a messy one here. 35 Saturday, 40 on Sunday, 30s and dropping next Monday. For Stevie Day Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
But the Parade of Lights is on Saturday the 29th, Stevie, and it's the 25th anniversary, and we've been planning this.
So what about the football game, too?
I know, that's at 6:30 against Northwestern. But starting at noon with the Winterfest component in downtown Champaign, there's free trolley rides, music, shopping deals, letters to Santa that could get you on the balcony with me as we count down and light the tree after the parade. But it's going to be wintry conditions.
Well, that's kind of what the season is.
That's right.
I mean, lighting a tree and
Winterfest,
kind of snow, and just put the parka on, you'll be fine.
That's right.
A long time ago, we bought those minus 90 degree parkas.
Yeah.
We bought them in July.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like $400 off.
That's right.
But they are minus 90.
You stay toasty warm.
Yeah, you do. It takes the weather element out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So put your warmest coat on, you'll be good to go.
That's right.
All right, 7:13. The Fighting Illini did win last night. It was a bit of a grind, but apparently intentionally set up that way so that we get a feel for March.
Yeah.
Brad Underwood said, you know what? We this is what it's going to be like in tournament play. So we're doing all the stuff. We're 6-1. We're ranked 13th.
Yes.
And we got 5 games in a row now that, I mean, there's nothing easy anymore. This is presumed to be easy early.
Well, what's UConn? Number 5 now.
Yeah.
They're 5-1 on the season. That's Friday at 11:30.
And then, it gets easy next week when we play Tennessee.
Ugh.
And then let's throw Nebraska. No, let's throw.
Where's Tennessee on the list? Are they 11 now? No, 17.
Yeah.
They beat Rutgers yesterday, 85-60.
But it will be in the state of Tennessee. Remember, the Tennessee game was here, and the guy made the last second layup to beat us at the Horn. They were number 1. That guy went all the way coast to coast after a missed Yaka Jonas free throw.
Yep.
It was tied up, and they threw it in off the backboard.
Bam.
That was tough. And then of course, after that, it's easy because then you have Ohio State, Nebraska, and Missouri. No, this is it. Wow. And Brad said it's time to kind of find out where we are. So.
Yeah, and I'm reading, put on your big boy pants, was on one of the Unity signs coming in. I get so pumped up because Unity is facing Byron at 4 o'clock at ISU on Friday, and we've got all these signs on my journey to work here, and I'm like ready to, hit, not quit. And, ready to rumble, and let's have some hustle, and go Rockets.
Well, they'll do all that, but Byron is a tough football team, but so are we.
Right.
We could have as good of a quarterback and receivers at Unity in a very long time. I don't know if we've ever had a Division II quarterback at the helm. That's pretty good for 3A.
Mm-hmm.
In any event, we'll see what happens with Unity, but they got a tall order with Byron, and everybody knows it.
That's right.
We'll see, but they run the football. They have a 6'2", 200-and-something pound running back that just carries it all the time.
I see.
So if everybody said, let's just tackle him, Byron would have to throw the ball, which they don't really feel comfortable doing.
Uh-huh.
So maybe you force them into having to pass, and if they get an 80-yard touchdown pass and whatever, because you're stopping their run, which is unstoppable, essentially, for the other teams.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see, but Unity totally has a skill and talent and good football team and experienced 25 seniors on this Unity team. 25 seniors.
Such a nice, grateful comment coming into Thanksgiving from Coach Tony Reitz that we got for a story at on the Southern Champaign County Today this week.
It's
good
in tomorrow's paper?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Right.
So we had San Francisco over Carolina 20-9 yesterday. The Bears have the Phillies.
Eagles. Otherwise, you have to deal with Kyle Schwarber, who might end up in Chicago again. They're talking about Schwarber coming back to the Cubs. It's one of the teams being mentioned, but they're going to have to dole out $150 million to get the
You're kidding.
to get the kid that they could have paid $8 million back in the day, and they didn't.
Is that right?
So we'll see. I think that's one of the teams being mentioned.
Philadelphia Eagles and Bears.
Bad timing.
2 o'clock on Friday.
Bad timing with the Bears coming in, having won 8 out of 9. That's great timing. But the Eagles lost a really bad one at Dallas, leading 21-0 and losing the football game. They'll be playing well.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to watch the games at Pia's 1609 West Springfield Avenue, that's a good idea. You've got the New York City game, UConn and the Illini at 11:30 Friday, and then the 2 o'clock Bears-Eagles game. And they're going to give away a Bears jersey and really hype it up.
It'll be fun, yeah.
On Thanksgiving, of course, you got Green Bay and Detroit at noon, and Kansas City and Dallas, and then Cincinnati and Baltimore is the evening game that night.
Yeah, those are all credible games.
The Pistons beat the Pacers. They're 15-2 on the season, 13 straight victories. 122-117 was the final yesterday. New Orleans over the Bulls, 143-130.
Wow. Whoa.
I know. The Pelicans won.
How about that?
And what a high-scoring game there. Had the New York Rangers on ice over the St. Louis Blues 3-2 in NHL action. So that's essentially sports. I'm Diane Ducey.
Okay, we'll get into the locker room. We'll hear what Andres Stojakovic said. We'll hear what Brad Underwood said about the grind that turned out to be our 6th win, 6-1. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
We move on and take UConn on Friday at 11:30 Central.
On women's basketball side, Destiny Jackson, Big Ten Freshman of the Week.
Awesome. Way to go, Shauna Green and Destiny Jackson. Weather right now brought to you by Carl.
Reminding you that 1 in 5 people have diabetes and don't even realize it. If you'd like to learn more about symptoms or management of diabetes, visit carl.org.
Well, they have something called a parlay. What would Johnny have won on his parlay, being so hot at picking teams? Yes. Stand by, I will tell you.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Most of the overnight rain shifting off to the east and northeast. Still some sprinkles from time to time. A patch of light rain later this afternoon. Mild already out there. Later on today, about 55 on a light west-southwesterly wind. Winds will pick up tonight and pay heed not only to the dense fog advisory in some areas here through mid-morning, but that wind advisory across just about all the entire area later on tonight. We'll about a 32 as the west-northwest wind picks up 15 to 25 with gusts 40 to 45 miles per hour to the west for the day tomorrow. Few snow flurries early on, partly sunny and colder, the high at about 40. Breezy, colder tomorrow night, about a 22. Thanksgiving Day, partly sunny, windy, colder weather at 35 with maybe again a snow flurry or 2 in the morning. Clouds increase Friday, then Friday night, Saturday, a spell of some snow, sleet, freezing rain, and rain at 35. Rain, maybe some freezing rain to the north and west. Sunday, back over to that mixed moisture, then finally snow before ending on Monday. High temperatures near 40 on Sunday, 30s next Monday. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
This is the Our Idea is Ready to Launch vision. This is the Create Great Jobs vision. This is the We Need More Space vision. This is Busey, where your business visions become realizations. Through securing capital for growth, and comprehensive strategies that ensure a prosperous future. Because thriving businesses mean thriving people and thriving communities. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Campbell Soup hit with a lawsuit from a former employee who said he was fired for calling out an executive's rant, during which one of the company's vice presidents, Martin Bally, can be heard on his recording making offensive comments about Indian workers and saying the company's products are highly processed food for poor people. A Campbell spokesperson telling the New York Post that Bally's been placed on temporary leave while they conduct an internal investigation. Campbell's also defending the quality of its products, saying the person alleged to be speaking on the recording works in IT and has nothing to do with how we make our food. E-commerce giant eBay under scrutiny in France, where the prosecutor's office has opened an investigation on suspicion of the sale of illicit goods on its marketplace. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Lillian Wu, invested in you.
It's Will Kane Country.
I do have some trouble with the idea that Americans are not skilled or smart enough to conduct the jobs being brought in by Indian and Chinese. And I do have some trouble with the idea that simply being born and educated in India has somehow prepared one for a technological life far outpacing what we're able to do and educate here in America.
Get the podcast 5 days a week at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Are you tired of shivering in the winter? Look no further than your local heroes at ABC Heating and Air Conditioning. Hi, this is Gina inviting you to give us a call at 217-352-5400 to book your appointment to make sure your furnaces run safely and efficiently this winter. We've been proudly locally owned and operated and have been serving our community for over 50 years. ABC, always be comfortable. Call me 217-352-5400 to book your appointment today or go to abcheatingandac.com.
Always a pleasure to talk about Donnie up at Long Branch Steakhouse here in beautiful downtown Gifford. Well, you know what, friends? It's never too early to make your Christmas party reservations at the Long Branch Steakhouse in Gifford. They are taking party reservations for December. Dates are filling up quickly. Don't be left out this year. If you want a fabulous night at the Long Branch for your office party, get it done now. Connect with the Long Branch Steakhouse and book your Christmas party. Long Branch Steakhouse, beautiful downtown Gifford.
At F&B Wealth Management, it's not just about numbers, it's about people and communities. Hi, I'm Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank and F&B Wealth Management. Our team is united by a shared passion for helping you achieve your financial goals. We are equipped and eager to work together to craft personalized financial solutions just for you, including retirement planning, risk management through life insurance, long-term care insurance planning, and investment advisory services. Together, we will celebrate milestones, navigate life's transitions, and build a financial future that reflects your values. Experience the difference of a team that truly cares. Visit investwithfnb.com to learn more about dedicated advisors and start your journey toward a financial confidence today.
F&B Wealth Management is a division of Fisher National Bank. F&B securities are not insured by the FDIC, not a deposit or other obligation of or guaranteed by the depository institution, subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amount invested. Securities, insurance, and investment advisory services are offered through Midwestern Securities Trading Company, LLC, MSTC, member FINRA, SIPC, MSTC, and F&B are not affiliated.
F&B Wealth Management, supporting exceptional communities full of exceptional people.
All right, Illinois wins. Didn't shoot very well. Shot good from the twos, but the three-point shot wasn't there. And Brad said he scheduled that kind of a schedule because he wants to get that tournament feel. Playing on a Saturday afternoon, turn around and play Monday. Because I don't think teams, if you look at schedules, they don't generally do that. They give them a few more days to get some things, get the kinks out. But he intentionally did this. He said, I had the game circled for 10 days. I knew this was going to be hard. Last year, this Rio Grande Valley team dang near beat Baylor, Wisconsin, and Boise. So they really play so hard.
They play hard, and that's exactly right.
I would not schedule that team. Why don't they understand their role? Come in, play a game, and leave. Don't win. What? What's that? Who does that? All right, Andrei Stojakovic after the game.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a hard game. One day in between two well-coached teams, two tricky teams to play against, and we knew we just had to pull this one out to get ready for the next big one. Yeah, like I said, we made some very simple scouting report mistakes, but we just have to be better. Every game we have to be better defensively from now on. We know that there's not going to be any easy games moving forward.
Well, he is a terrific spokesperson.
I was just
He
thinking
is
that,
so
Stevie.
good. Dad is Pajas Stojakovic. They won an NBA title in 2011, San Antonio Spurs, and little Andre would have been a little boy back in those days. But Andre Stojakovic is a great player. I think he'll play in the NBA. Brad Underwood after the game.
Well, that's a good basketball team we played, and my hat's off to their coach and their players. And I spent a few years in the Southland, and that's going to be a team that's going to be very, very competitive, top to bottom in that league. So he's got them playing really hard. I thought they played harder than we did tonight, with a little more focus. But found a way. Tonight we didn't shoot the ball very well. Tonight we weren't very sharp. I think one of the challenges that you kind of look at the trap game. I thought we bounced back from the Alabama game, and I think Long Island's better than we allowed them to look. But tonight we escaped and did some nice things. Still didn't shoot the ball very well, and close to 90. And yet I thought we were just okay defensively. Some of these smaller teams give us some challenges in guarding the bounce. I thought Mihailo and Z came in and gave us a great lift. Mihailo we went back to some ball screen stuff with them, and we got a couple pops and a couple dunks, and he actually made some great passes that weren't assisted because we didn't make the shots. But I thought we were a little bit tired. I'm tired, but it's that's the way postseason basketball is, and you play tired, and we've got to continue to grow from that. The thing I'm most disappointed in is scouting report mistakes. And I thought the kid for Kai Dixon for them was outstanding. A kid averaging 7 gets 21, and most of them just because he played really hard. So hats off to them, and now it's on to another one on Friday.
Yeah, whoever we play, we can't remember. It's just the team. Some team on Friday.
It's UConn.
Oh,
Johnny.
That's right. Okay, so we got UConn, then we got Tennessee, then we have Ohio State, then we have Nebraska, and then we have Missouri.
Ooh, let's go.
Let's go,
Illini.
Time to go.
By the way, if you are going to go play in the NBA, they play a lot of what we call back-to-backs. That's one the next. Two days in a row, and that's when you might catch one of the stars you go pay to see, and he's
not playing. Yeah, no.
But so it's hard to do. But they work you into that. No, I think here's what I like about the modern game. I like the 3-point line. If I'm coaching, which I'm not going to be, we're going to take. You know how they'll say we need to shoot 35-43. We're going to take no more than 9 threes until that team shows us we have to.
Okay.
The 3-point line was, I think, put there because it bounces the game, and if you're not really that great at the fundamentals and athletic, you can play like Steve Kerr. Put a 3-point line, you got Steve Kerr. I don't know if he's Hall of Fame, but a very good.
John Paxton, first
there
Bulls.
you go. They wouldn't play if there wasn't a 3-point line.
Yeah, probably not.
And so that's what that's there for. When you got guys that can go in and score at what, 70%, 60%, 70%?
I'm not sure what.
Then you don't want to be shooting 25% from 3, because you got to think of it this way, Steve. Let's say you shoot 50% from 3s, and you shoot 50% 2s, 20% from 3s. 1.5, remember math? 1.5 times 20 is 30. It's equivalent, in other words, to 30%.
What is an acceptable 3-point percentage?
It's better be 35%.
Okay.
I mean, if you shoot 28 and you shoot 17 or 18, that's okay.
Okay.
But you shooting 35 at 20, you're going to lose the game. It's too many possessions.
Yeah.
Unless you end up with a long bounce or 5 and get the ball back.
And that's been a real goal. I think that the game, kind of like baseball, there's a lot of evolution. I mean, the NBA used to have a post player.
They used to kick it into Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And I think
it's all changed.
At every level, too, one thing I've noticed that's evolved is the complete dismissal of the 12-foot jumper.
Yeah,
which is there all the time.
Mid-range,
they come out, on through. You make your drive and you go.
Yeah.
Pull up and just shoot it. Well, we don't practice.
Michigan State does a lot of that.
Well,
mid-range jumpers.
They look pretty good.
Wide
too.
open too.
Yes, they are.
All right, I got to take the news. We'll come back. I got some clips I want to get to you today. A really good one from Marco Rubio, a man who is absolutely outraged that his food stamp level has gone down. He said, "What do you mean? I'm going to spend time with my kids. What is he doing to me?" I will play that for you next. Stand by. It is Tuesday, November 25. It's 8:30, time for Fox News.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. You are not alone is an understatement if you're hopping on a plane on the busiest air travel day of the season.
More than 52,000 flights scheduled today alone. This could be the busiest travel season, by the way, in 15 years. That's according to the FAA.
Cheryl Casoni and the Fox Business Network. AAA predicts at least 73 million people will drive to their destination. The price of a gallon of regular, the same as a year ago, $3.05. More than 100 homes damaged by a tornado near Houston.
We've had a lot of debris in the street. Obviously, power is out in the neighborhood. You can hear some generators humming in the background. Neighbors did get out to clear some of the debris, some stacks of tree limbs that someone took a chainsaw to.
Fox 26 Houston's Ruben Dominguez reporting from Spring. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. If advocates, stakeholders, and members of the public were granted their requests for public school funding next year, lawmakers would have to increase the state's K-12 education budget by nearly $750 million, total considerably smaller than last year's request, which added up to more than $2.2 billion in new funding. One group of kids in central Illinois proving they're not just competitive on the court, but they have what it takes to lift up their community. The Unity East 4th, 5th, and 6th grade basketball teams outside of the gym running a food drive last Sunday. Athletes set up in front of gas stations in Sydney, Toledo, and Philo until 5 in the afternoon. Illinois education advocates asking lawmakers for $747 million in new K-12 funding next year, far more than the state expected to have as agencies prepare for possible budget cuts. Requests include continuing the $350 million annual increase for the evidence-based funding formula. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Sarah Champagne's Ben Quattrone on keeping his employees.
It's got to be the place to work. We have to pay the best. We have to treat people the best. Some of the guys wanted to order pizza the other day. Well, we bought 30 Papa Del's pizzas. BMW had the best month they've ever had. They said, can we have a cookout? Saturday, I cooked like 50 ribeye steaks. And they were expecting like cheese, burgers and hot dogs and stuff. Like, if I'm eating steak, you're eating steak. We both eat steak, we both eat hamburger.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need packing and shipping, we'll be the packing and shipping store.
I could use a little help. I've got 78 orders to ship out.
We're here to help. Our certified packing experts care like you care and can pack and ship just about anything.
The UPS Store can help small business owners be unstoppable with our packing and shipping services. Our certified packing experts can handle it all. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
Well, Busey's been around a long time, since 1868. Busey, member FDIC. Also, our weather brought to you by Kurt Lenschau, State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor. Kurt and State Farm are there.
Okay, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity, an increasingly active weather pattern going forward over the middle and late portions of the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday weekend. In the meantime, mild start to the day, up to 55 later on, with some patches of light rain and drizzle this morning, back in later this afternoon, and some locally dense fog here through the mid-morning as well. Light wind today, but it'll pick up out of the west-northwest at 15 to 25, gusts 30 to 35 after midnight tonight. Windy, colder weather as mentioned. Will rain this evening, about at 32. Tomorrow, windy, cold weather with a few snow flurries, partly sunny and 40 at best. That west-northwesterly wind gusting 45 to 50 miles per hour, down to 22 for tomorrow night. Partly sunny again, windy, cold weather for the day, Thanksgiving Day, with a high up to about 35. Snow flurry chance. Snow in the forecast late Friday night into Saturday morning, then some mixed snow, sleet, freezing rain. Highs up to 35 near 40 with some rain, then changing over to snow by Monday. High temperatures up near 40 as mentioned on Sunday, 30s and dropping next Monday. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm just Greg Soldier.
Okay, so it's 7:35. So Johnny's been on a real steamer when it comes to picking winners and losers in the NFL. He had 26 in a row. Had he put a parlay, which is essentially betting $10 on 10 teams, 8 teams, you can go to like 16 or 17 teams.
When you're saying you just picked the winners in those?
Yeah.
No points
No
spread.
points, no nothing.
Okay, well,
Just-
that's what I did.
Well,
There
he
wasn't
did
any
that.
point spread.
That's right. So theoretically easier, but not really. So anyway, so if Johnny would have put $10 on 15 teams in a row, he'd have won $17,000. $10.
I'll try again, but I don't think it's
Well,
enough.
you're up 50 now for the year. So you can do it 5 times, break even, take a shot. I mean, I think a lot of people on the pick'em, sometimes you'll get 8 or 10 right out of 14. Maybe
think
you get 12 right. I only missed 2, 3 all weekend. So if you pick the right ones, you could probably. But winners and losers is a lot different points.
That's true, Steve. All you have to do is pick the right one.
Right.
Listen, there's 12 games, and the first 10 weeks, I was a robust 51st out of 68 players.
Yeah, I know.
So, and then all of a sudden, I get 20.
Yeah.
What is it? 28 out of 29 picks.
Unreal.
And I missed the Saints.
The Saints.
That
of all
one hurt
teams.
me.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
hurt me.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it was a little emotion. That's why you got to have a.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
but I did think we'd beat Atlanta at home, and it was we could have done it. But
Kirk Cousins, I think.
But you see all the things going on, and how can you even say, yeah, I knew he was going to kick that field goal in overtime.
Yeah, right.
After the bad call.
Lots of
Pittsburgh.
Lots of randomness. I am Stevie J. That's Brother Johnny. Diane Ducey's
Hello?
here. It is Tuesday, November 25th of Thanksgiving week. Praise the Lord. We are thankful to live in America, even though it feels like with social media and the onslaught of the media, how bad we are good. This is one of the greatest things ever to have happened. God gave us America, and we are proud to be Americans and thankful to be Americans. Hallelujah.
Speaking of our God, Chris had said, Stevie, you sound a little congested. If so, I pray that your sinuses would clear up completely in the name of Jesus.
Thank you very much. I accept that.
There
and
you go.
Appreciate that. And it's actually nothing sinus.
Okay.
Breathing great.
It's mainly in the throat?
Yeah, just a cold. It's called a cold, but I feel great.
Okay.
I sound not so good.
359-2255. If you have something to contribute, we'd love to hear from you on ESPN 93.5, and we have the show at Stevie Jay FM on X.
Fisher National Bank text line and also the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a man who is outraged at Donald Trump because he's lowering his food stamp capability. You tell me what you think of this.
Trump has cut my food stamps from $2,800 down to $350. Now, what am I supposed to do? So I literally just got this piece of mail today saying that due to new policy changes from the Trump administration, all this, whatever, that all these cuts and whatever he's doing over there, now they're telling me I have to go work. Now I have to go do all this. Well, I literally got 5 kids. Okay, I'm trying to sit here and spend time with them. I'm not trying to go work, 50, 60 hours a week so I can pay bills. I just really don't understand. I voted for him this last election because I thought what he had good was going on, but now all of a sudden, all this policy stuff's coming out, and now he's making all these cuts, and now he doesn't want to help the less fortunate people no more. I'm done with that guy. I'm not. If literally if he gets voted in again, I'm leaving this country.
Where's he gonna go?
Well, I know.
I mean,
With 5 kids.
It's a sad situation that he's in that state, but so he got to go work and pay bills.
I don't know what to say because I
That's
missed a lot of
what
time.
you
With my,
do.
I get that. I'd
Yeah.
like to stay home with my kids, and I
Yeah,
did as
me
much as
too.
I could, but I
Uh-huh.
didn't get to just stay home because
Well,
someone was
see,
sending me
but what
money.
about that part of our society that expects that without doing work? So that's socialism, is it not?
Well, actually, in socialism, you're supposed to do what you can. It's to each according to his needs, from each according to their ability.
So some work, some don't.
No, well, you're supposed to try to do anything that you can.
But what if you just can't?
Then you can't. Don't have to.
Okay.
And we got that going, Steve. We take care of our people that really can't.
No, but the determination of who's the arbiter of I can't.
Well, that's the problem. It starts. There's a lot more I can'ts, and then it turns into more I can'ts.
Is it I can or I won't?
Well, okay, same thing. Don't do anything. And what happens is the hard workers start saying, "Well, I can. I'd rather just sit home too."
Wow.
And so no one. That's why the stores were empty in the Soviet Union. No one would go do anything because you didn't have to. And you hate to have to do something, but on the other side, there's so many things to be done to help other people, to create things, to make things that you should want to do something.
Yeah.
Now, staying with your kids is great, but you do have to feed them, and to expect everyone else to feed your kids while they're missing time with their kids isn't fair.
We played that clip. We have some text coming in. We played that clip of the woman saying, you know, my great-grandfather did this, my grandfather did this, I'm teaching my kids they need to stay home and take the government money. And that's her advocacy. That's what she wants
Well,
them.
okay, you can have that view.
It's not very good.
So
it's not the whole intent of what we're about.
I'm for encouraging people to be productive and do something because we're created in God's image. He likes us to create something.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
And the Adams contribution to this conversation is quote unquote less fortunate because you have to work. What happened to us?
Yeah.
My dad's generation and the generation before have to be so disappointed in what we've become.
Well, and I think, and that's true for some, but there's a lot of people really work hard and really do everything they can to provide for their family. And there's a lot of people that wouldn't take the money because that's, they say, well, I just don't feel like I want to take it. But you shouldn't feel ashamed to do it. Just work hard so you can kind of get off of it. That's kind of the idea. Just keep you from really despair. But it's not to, okay, well, we'll just work a little harder so you don't have to.
Well, and then Rick's saying a problem with a great deal of people is the public assistance that they become entitled, and it's become a way of life. It's
and defensive if you take it.
Pathetic way to look at life.
Well, and the truth is too, if it's public and it's available, you tend to have people that will abuse it. And then just high five and say, no, all I had to do was go in there and tell them this. And
why not ride the gravy train?
Because I was getting really tired of waking up early.
When you work at home for COVID and you don't want to go back to work from COVID because you kind of like being at home, you're really mad about it because they're making me come back to the office.
Well, and I get that too, but that's according to your supervisor. You notice that a lot of the government employees, it's not a private company. The private companies want their people in. They can work more as a team and get more production. The government isn't quite that concerned about it, so a lot of people did stay home, and they could be productive, but were they? And are you really, do you, because I've talked to people who would just work 12 hours a day at home, and then they found they could get their work done in 8 hours, and then 4. And I said, wait a minute, if you're not even working 4, I don't have to, I get it done. Okay. Well, that's not what you're getting paid for. We need to give you more stuff.
You get it done, you get another project going.
If you're a mailman and you get your route done in 4.5 hours, you got your route done.
Yeah, but they're going to give you more houses or say, hey, he's behind, go help him.
If they found out.
Well, no, but but that's the point. You don't. If you're a, quote, good employee, you don't just go home and not do anything when you're getting paid the 8 hours. That's what I'm saying.
All right, here's Marco Rubio. And this is kind of in the same vein as this isn't fair. So Marco Rubio speaking about, people that came to America, did the right things, stood in line, worked for their Social Security, and they're watching all of this.
Are people that have been in this country that maybe came from Cuba 45 years ago. They've worked here their entire lives. they retire. They get $800, $900, $1,000 a month from Social Security. And then they run into somebody who just got here from Cuba 3 months ago, 29 years old, doesn't work, and is given $1,500 a month in benefit by our government because they're refugees. A year later, is traveling back to Cuba 15 times. So you're a refugee fleeing oppression from a place that you now go back and visit 15 times the following year. And in the meantime, we're giving you Medicaid, food stamps, health care for your children, cash payments from the refugee fund. So imagine if you've been working here for 40 years and your Social Security check is smaller than the benefits going to a 28-year-old able-bodied person who just got here. That's real. That happens. That's happening every day. That makes no sense. We are consistent, ignoring the need of everyday hardworking Americans and putting something or someone above them. That's why they lose faith in leaders. That's why they lose faith in our process. That's what leads to populism.
African Americans in Chicago outraged by how the immigrants get a lot more than they do.
It's true, and that's very frustrating. That's what the real problem. On paper, you can make a case for socialism. In practice, that's the problem.
Yeah.
There's always people that get more than their share, or at least you would think they do. And there's a big argument, and it's not based on anything but someone deeming who gets what.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're really in trouble, because you see what happens when we're supposed to be running things, and there's a lot of people deeming who gets what anyway.
Yeah.
And so you turn that into official policy. It literally becomes a very small group running everything and deciding what we can and cannot have.
Well, and I think my friend Bruce sent this text in a number of weeks ago. He said, I've been working with college students for 50 years. He said it all starts out kind of the same way. They share an apartment, they go to Costco, they split the bill. That's the last time they do it because the other's eating my pudding. Mm-hmm. The other guy just had too many grapes.
Yep.
We're not doing. I'll just pay my own.
I bought that. You said you didn't like that.
Yeah, that's right. No, that doesn't work. It works one time.
That's right.
It's all harmonious until I got this shelf. This is your shelf, and you need to clean your dishes.
Well, in Israel, they have
absolutely
buddies where everybody goes in and just puts their check in. And I was talking to a guy in one, and he was our guide. Great guy, a Christian Jew who knew all the history. And he was telling me, I said, I don't know how that's going to work. He said, well, we all just put and share everything. I said, well, what's going to happen when somebody loses their job and realizes they don't really have to go back to work? Is we do have some of that.
Oh my
and then
God.
I said, well, what happens when someone starts getting promoted and now they're making 3 times as much? They don't want you guys to get. That's their extra money. They don't want to give their whole. Well, that's happening too.
Oh my
I said,
gosh.
do you see why it doesn't work? He goes, well, I don't know. We might move out.
You talked him out of it, Johnny.
It just won't work.
Yeah.
No, he was seeing that was going to evolve. It's a great, on paper, it was great.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
No, but we're humans and we have feelings like that. All right, we're going to call Dr. Todd, see how your pet's doing here for Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up.
Yeah, if you have a concern, 359-2255.
And if you have any comment, 217-359-2255. Tis the season for holiday shopping surge. As shopping increases, so do financial scams and fraudulent activity. Busey promises sound advice, helping to keep you safe while you shop, both in stores and online. Here are some reminders that will protect you this holiday season. Set up alerts to monitor for suspicious activity on your account. Be cautious of deals that seem too good to be true. Be aware of your surroundings. Beware of mystery shopper scams. If you suspect that you or someone you know may be a victim of a scam, you can contact local law enforcement or your bank for assistance. You can go to moneymatters.busey.com, and you can learn more about financial safety because it's out there. If you go somewhere public and you're online and you're spending your credit card, people can easily surf and get that stuff from you. Just be very alert that there's people around, very sophisticated syndicate kind of people, and they can figure it out. So be careful from Busey. Busey since 1868, member FDIC.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes.
And I'm Canelo Luga, linebacker and special teams specialist.
KO, that's a lot of skill sets.
What's your point?
Well, kickers kick, guards block, receivers catch.
Is there a point coming?
Well, yeah, you have to cover running backs, quarterbacks, tight ends, kickoff and punt returners, even loose balls.
So you want to know how I'm a specialist? Simple. My job is to put the guy with the ball firmly on the ground. I specialize in firmly.
So Sony specializes in video processing. They have the skills to make any panel deliver a better picture. Better as in more color, smoother motion handling, higher contrast, everything that makes sports on TV look real. From Sony cameras and mics used on the field to showing the game in your home like you have sideline tickets.
Well, we still want you to come see us at the stadium.
Oh, heck yeah. Live football's the best, but Sony is firmly in second.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
At Watts Compy System, they offer cost-efficient solutions for busy offices. If you want a free evaluation, call them, 217-352-0428. Dr. Todd Likens, a pet pro. He is at Madison, Kirby, and Champaign. He's got about 20 friends at home, along with his beautiful wife. Thanksgiving, don't give them turkey grease, right?
Turkey grease equals visits to the veterinarian on Friday. So I don't want to see you Friday. I want some time off.
Yeah, that's right. All right, common problems with doggies and holidays.
Yeah, first of all, we never really have talked about seniors thrive in a routine. And with the holidays, the poor seniors take a beating over Thanksgiving and Christmas. Try and set them their private space and make sure they're getting their meals and a little bit of quality time. It'll just help them. We lose a lot of our seniors in the holiday season. So pay special care to your senior pet.
Okay.
That's one thing we need to talk about. Two, some pets are not used to all these visitors and running around and everything. And we got plenty of little pills that'll just take the edge off them so they can accept it a little easier too. And book your Christmas groomings now. Christmas pictures start on Monday, and it's going to fill up fast. So we've been full for about a week and a half for Thanksgiving.
Wow!
So
all right.
I expect Christmas to be worse.
Well, our little two doggies. One is a Walmart greeter. The other says, "Get me out of here."
Yeah. I've got a lot of people now that are using it when they come in for grooming or they come in for even vet visits, things like that, just to take the edge off so it's a little smoother. So
what are these? What are these medications? What do they do?
Well, most of them are serotonin type things, which is your brain happy drug.
Okay.
And so it just elevates the level a little bit, and it's got a peaceful calming effect to them. Instead of heavily sedating them like we used to, it's just more of a calming drugs we're using now.
Okay. All right. It sounds good. All right. I know it's kind of winding down for Thanksgiving, but again, bones and dogs generally don't mix. Be careful with the turkey. Grease is bad for the diet, and you'll see a mess in your house.
Yeah, watch
Don't do
the
that.
leftovers and all of that.
Yeah. When you do all the cuttings, you want to go eat right away, but just make sure you put them up someplace where somebody's not doing a little counter surfing.
Yeah.
You'll be sorry.
You won't believe the vertical of a white golden. We know all that. Crazy.
Exactly.
Dr. Todd, how can people find you?
Hey, Miss Taylor's working today, so and that baby's just kicking her like crazy, but she's still in there. 217-355-5051.
All righty.
Thank you very much, Dr. Todd Likens, Pepro. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. 7:53.
Better banking is about more than just money. It's about people. Fisher National Bank is a locally owned community bank serving Champaign and Vermilion counties. They're your friends and neighbors taking a vested interest in the communities they serve. Last year alone, they volunteered over 750 hours of community service. By investing in the people they serve, Fisher National Bank shares in the success of a stronger community. Learn more at fishernational.com or at any of the branches. Fisher National Bank, exceptional communities, exceptional people, member FDIC.
Okay, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana is Saturday, an increasingly active weather pattern going forward over the middle and late portions of the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday weekend. In the meantime, mild start to the day up to 55 later on with some patches of light rain and drizzle this morning, back in later this afternoon, and some locally dense fog here through the mid-morning as well. Light wind today, but it'll pick up out of the west-northwest at 15 to 25, gusts 30 to 35 after midnight tonight. Windy, colder weather as mentioned. Will rain this evening, about at 32. Tomorrow, windy, cold weather with a few snow flurries, partly sunny and 40 at best. That west-northwesterly wind gusting 45 to 50 miles per hour, down to 22 for tomorrow night. Partly sunny again, windy, cold weather for the day, Thanksgiving Day, with a high up to about 35. Snow flurry chance. Snow in the forecast late Friday night into Saturday morning, then some mixed snow, sleet, freezing rain. Highs up to 35, near 40 with some rain, then changing over to snow by Monday. High temperatures up near 40 as mentioned on Sunday, 30s and dropping next Monday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football from Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Jesse with Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Hey, do you have sewer blockages, problems? Are your toilets gurgling? Why deal with the headache? Call Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions today. We can come out and clean your line, camera it, show you what the problem is, and then we have an expert underground team that can make those repairs. 217-355-5512. We are here for you when you need us. Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
For over 70 years, Beck's Country Shop has been Central Illinois' premier furniture store. With over 23,000 square feet of showroom filled with quality brands, you'll be sure to find that perfect piece to fit your home. Beck's offers free delivery and removal of your old items. They even sell off the showroom floor, so you don't have to wait for weeks or months. They pride themselves on hassle-free service and quality furniture at fair prices. Located on Route 45 in Urbana, visit Justin or Lance today at Beck's Country Shop Furniture.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent, Michael Rumsey, put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard. That's right, it's Honeycrisp season, which means you can get them at Curtis Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider, and gifts. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
Yeah, there's a clip of Apollo Creed getting punched by Drago.
That's right, Dolph Lundgren's character. And actually, he's going to be joining Fox and Friends, it says here. So it's interesting to see.
Just a guest.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Not a regular.
Okay.
Well, anyway, but they got a lot of the Rocky deal. They got 5 Rockies, and then they got...
And that one was 4, it looks like.
Rocky 4. Rocky 5, I think, was real bad. And then they got...
Now
2.
they have Creed going.
Well, they got Creed 1 and 2.
Uh-huh.
That's really good. And then there was another one with Sylvester Stallone when Adrian died with cancer.
Okay.
And that's called something. Anyway, they got a lot of Rocky.
Uh-huh.
And I think Sylvester Stallone at 80 is still working in Tulsa Kings or something. It's on Paramount Plus.
Right.
Where he's kind of a mob boss, but always the slick, cool guy. And he loves doing that. But the guy, he's
79.
Yeah, very, very openly has taken all the shots and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And for him and his physique, it's pretty remarkable. But some of the stuff when he was fighting in the Rocky 3, and he's doing this thing with, who's the wrestler that just died? Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
And it's so funny because I'll punch you a little like this. You want to punch me a little? They're doing a charity wrestling punching thing.
Okay.
And, Hulk wasn't really in on that. because Rocky just wanted, I'll hit you. Is that too hard?
Mhm.
And then he picked him up and threw him out in the crowd. Picked Rocky up.
Oh, man.
Adrian, catch me. He threw him into the stand.
Oh, wow.
And then afterwards, Hulk goes, that was great, man. It's just like really playing for real. And Rocky wasn't ready. Anyway, that's the open of Rocky 3.
I see that was on TMZ Presents The Real Hulk Hogan. And that happened inside the last few months, I guess.
Well, he tragically passed away, and I don't know if we
Right.
got complete details, but
Mhm.
I don't think it was expected at all.
Right.
And then, of course, Dolphin, Rocky 4, I will break you.
That's right.
And Rocky went, go for it. Oh, let's go. That's awesome.
It could have been the series spinoff. The Contender is on the list here. Is that one of the...
Not the Rockies.
Okay, gotcha.
Kind of know my Rocky. Okay, we'll be back. That's Diane Ducey. Brother Johnny's here. I am Stevie J. Time for the news at 8 o'clock.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
It's getaway day for millions of Americans. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, hitting the road for Thanksgiving and what AAA predicts will be record numbers.
Drive safe on the roads. Let's all come early to the airports. Let's all put our best attitudes on, and let's have a great Thanksgiving week as we travel to see the ones we love most.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy also urging us to be courteous, especially flying.
Maybe we should say please and thank you to our pilots and to our flight attendants. I think, again, I call this just maybe dressing with some respect.
The FAA predicts this is the busiest day for air travel before the holiday, with 52,000 flights scheduled so far. Almost 700 of them are delayed, only 34 are canceled. We just got updates to the economy. Reports for September delayed by the government shutdown.
Retail sales, they came in lighter than expected. This isn't adjusted for inflation, up 0.2% month over month. The expectation was 0.4% to the upside.
Fox Business Network Cheryl Casoni. We also got an inflation report showing a slight increase in producer prices for September, up 0.3%. The annual wholesale inflation rate went up a tenth, 2.7%. As the U.S. keeps pushing a peace plan to stop the war in Ukraine, with the Secretary of the Army holding talks with Russians today. A Ukrainian defense official posted on X as countries agreed to the core terms of the American peace proposal after another deadly night in the war, with Russian attacks killing at least 7 people in Ukraine.
The strikes hit buildings in cities including Kyiv. It also damaged energy infrastructure, forcing authorities to restrict heating in part of the capital. Meanwhile, in Russia, the governor of the southern Rostov region reports 3 deaths and 8 injuries in a Ukrainian drone attack. He says the assault damaged homes, social facilities, a warehouse and a paint shop.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. Breaking news out of Paris. French police have made 4 more arrests connected to last month's heist of royal jewelry from the Louvre Museum. America's listening to Fox News.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
The U.S. has upped the pressure on Venezuela, declaring a cartel President Nicolas Maduro leads a foreign terrorist organization after 2 months of American military strikes off the Venezuelan coast, taking out 20-plus suspected drug trafficking boats, killing more than 80 alleged narco-terrorists. As the Trump administration considers taking action against one of the 6 Democrats who, in a video, urged members of the U.S. military to consider not carrying out orders, the president calls them traitors.
The Department of War says in a statement they've received allegations of misconduct against Senator Mark Kelly, and they're determining whether to call him back to active duty for a court-martial. They don't reference the video he recently appeared in their statement, in which he says,
"Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
But the Pentagon says even retirees are prohibited from actions that interfere with the loyalty, morale, or good order and discipline of the armed forces. President Trump initially called the video seditious. While he'd said sedition could be punishable by death, he later wrote these lawmakers should be in jail. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Senator Kelly in a statement says he will not be intimidated and won't be silenced by bullies who care more about their own power than protecting the Constitution. Civil rights leader Jesse Jackson is back home.
Jesse Jackson spent 12 days hospitalized in Chicago receiving treatment for a neurological condition, progressive supranuclear palsy. His family said last week he was breathing on his own and moved out of the intensive care unit at Northwestern Memorial Hospital. Announcing his release, son and family spokesman Yusuf Jackson says, "We bear witness to the fact that prayer works."
That's Fox's Chris Foster. On Wall Street, a mixed bag. Dow futures are up, NASDAQ futures down. On Monday Night Football, the 49ers close out Week 12 of the NFL season with a win.
Toss to McCaffrey. Gets blocking and a touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey led San Francisco past the Carolina Panthers 20-9 on ESPN. In the NBA, the Detroit Pistons tied a franchise record, winning a 13th straight game, beating Indiana 122-117. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a check of local news. For the 18th year, cars lined up at Urbanda's Quest United Methodist Church Saturday in preparation for the holiday of giving thanks. The Heartstrong Food Pantry hosting its Thanksgiving Big Give Drive, where people could get the traditional holiday meal at no cost. The turkey drive almost didn't happen this year due to budget restraints. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says National Guard troops he sent to Illinois last month returning before Thanksgiving. Troops sent to support federal immigration agents during protest over ICE raids, but a federal court ruled they could not be activated in Illinois, limiting them to securing their base while the case heads to the Supreme Court. Illinois health leaders pushed back after a CDC website update suggested the claim that vaccines don't cause autism is not an evidence-based statement. State Public Health Director said extensive research shows no link between vaccines and autism and warned the federal wording could fuel confusion and mistrust. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
It is 8:06. Johnny's got a worker at his house doing leaf gutter, leaf something.
It's leaf filter.
But let's just talk, because we've talked a little bit about this morning, how expectation, why aren't I getting more money for my food? I want to stay with my kids. I don't want to go work. Then you get somebody from another country and their work ethic is like we used to be.
Right.
It's just like, give me a chance, I'll do it, I got this.
No, that's exact, because it's one guy's working on the gutter, and I'm like, there's supposed to be two. No, he's off. No problem for me.
Unbelievable.
And he worked till dark, and he's going around the house with his phone light, picking up the debris to make sure.
No.
And he still got it to work, but he wanted it all clean to restart.
But Johnny, it's absolutely disastrous for the American to lose that hunger that I want to get after this.
Or anybody, it doesn't matter.
But the American is definitely the crumbling foundation of what we were.
Rocky had the eye of the tiger.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? There was a song about that.
Yeah. I mean, Survivor is from Chicago. It's all good. But you're right. We need that desire, and it's, to me, helpful to work. You learn things about new people in your life.
But it's not great.
Why don't people want to work?
It's not great to just give people something for nothing. If I work
too much entitlement.
If I get to sit on the floor for Illinois basketball game and I had to deliver papers for a year to earn that, it's going to mean a lot more than if somebody hands them to me.
No, if it's free, it's actually not worth anything.
I know. In fact, oftentimes when people win free tickets, they don't use them.
Exactly.
It's like, man, the weather's bad. I don't want to go. And
we actually don't have paper delivery. That was a bad example. Okay, it's over. Delivering papers is over.
That was my first gig from 9 to 11 years old.
I did the thing around recently in the last 20 years. I did that because a neighbor was out of town and I was delivering papers on a Sunday. And somebody drove by really slowly, rolled down his window and said, "Ratings that bad?"
I love that.
Well,
hey, but you're willing to do for me back in high school, man. That was well paying, got excellent money, but man, 6.5 days a week at 12 hours a day.
Yeah, I did that.
I helped
Steve, here's the point.
the fact is, if the ratings were that bad, that's what you'd have done or something like
had
it.
to do that.
That's
because
right.
you had to do something.
Well, and for me,
That's
I
right.
wanted to buy a car when I hit 16, and by golly, I did. And my car was
That's-
awesome. The
Well, my
Beast.
brother,
Me too,
I
Diane.
remember-
That's right. Saved up, got it. My folks just had to take me one time to NIU. Everything else was back and forth in the bug and back and forth to work, going to school as well.
Well, no, and like, remember when Greg and Dad said, "Greg, you just got a job so you could buy a car, so you could get to work to buy a car." He says it's an exercise in futility.
and but they could get to school as well, so it was a win-win for everybody.
You're right, Greg, and it's how you start and how you learn. And so, and speaking of learning, what time's snow hitting Saturday?
Yeah.
I might try to drive out of here.
Oh, so when our heads are gently nestled into the pillow at some point here late Friday night, we'll
dear.
awaken to maybe a little coating, maybe even a small accumulation around here. The bigger number as you go to the north and lesser to the south, but at least it's, look at it this way, Johnny. It's drought relief in one
Okay,
form or
that's
another.
for sure. And we need it for these crops. We're already worried
well,
about
for
next
next year's
year.
at
Yes,
least.
sir.
Next year.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So
we're
what
building the moisture.
You're coming back from Pittsburgh Saturday night to O'Hare. What is the timing like for all of Illinois and Central Illinois for the snow element of this weather?
Well, it would be during the course of late Friday night. We'll get into it with a kind of a developing warm front. We're going to get kind of an overrunning process, and that boundary that probably shows some respectable accumulation is somewhere around the Kankakee, or maybe a little south of there, a little north of there, but over the northern end of the state, we might have a short inch or inch and a half or two, if that, and then you get into better numbers between Friday night, late overnight into Saturday, and then probably a break, and then another round, at least in the northern end of the state, Saturday night, while we transition over to mixed moisture, and then finally rain here come Sunday, and then we go back in the other direction between late Sunday night into Monday, from rain or some mixed moisture over to snow before that thing temporarily moves off to the east of us at some point by Tuesday of next week.
I think at 11 degrees we wake up on Monday or Tuesday. That kind of cold.
Well, we will be down into the get some snow cover over the northern and western end of the state in particular. Easily the coldest area of the season and building. This is not the main mother lode of the Arctic air coming in. That would be in some point middle or late parts of next week. Just little pieces for now coming in from the northern parts of the hemisphere.
Well, what about the Unity High School Byron State Championship?
4 p.m.
game? 4
Friday
o'clock
afternoon.
in Normal.
Bloomington Normal, yeah.
That would be you said on Friday,
Yeah,
right?
it's on Saturday.
Friday.
Friday at 4.
You're correct. That's Friday. Are you sure?
Yeah,
Friday
3A.
at 4. We're sure.
Oh, I hope we don't miss that game.
First 4 classes, 4 o'clock.
Oh, it's for Friday at 4. Greg.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Well, I think we'll be okay. Kind of increasing clouds. We'll be okay during the course of the daylight into the early evening. Again, anything there and points northward and here into East Central Illinois. Probably nothing in until well after midnight into the pre-dawn hours of Saturday.
Okay, let's get a full local forecast now that we picked your brain. Meteorologist Greg Soye.
Thanks, Greg.
Once
Thanks,
again,
Greg.
his forecast.
There you go. Yeah, 50 already. Boy, yeah, wish we had this, but this is the last of the mild stuff till further notice around here. 48 at Rantoul. Overnight rains at a tenth to about a quarter inch off to the east, a third of an inch over at Danville. Then we'll get some spits and sprinkles for the day today up to about 55. That's about 10 above average around here. Enjoy it while you made light winds, the dense fog advisory through the mid-morning hour. Then overnight tonight, we turn blustery colder. The winds pick up out of the west and northwest. Dawn temperatures will level off to around freezing, and a little rain this evening in spots. And tomorrow, some snow flurries in the morning, and again, a partly sunny, blustery cold Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, with that west-northwest wind could hit 45 to 50 miles per hour, hence the wind advisory tomorrow, with a high temperature up around 40 at best. We're in the 30s much of the day. Cold at about night down to 22. Again, as mentioned, maybe a snow flurry, partly sunny, windy, cold, and 35 on Thanksgiving Day. Friday, same over Bloomington Normal. They'll be in the 30s during the ball game. Then increasing clouds on Friday at 32. Then late Friday night into Saturday morning, a little snow, maybe some mixed snow and rain across parts of the area in the afternoon at 35. Areas of fog, kind of a rainy Sunday north and west of Champaign County, maybe a little freezing rain and snow to start off the day at highs of about 40. Then that rain or mixed moisture shifts back over to snow before ending Monday night. High temperatures in the 30s and dropping again in the teens as we awaken to both Tuesday and Wednesday morning of next week. For Stevie Day Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Experience the music and magic this holiday season of Champaign-Urbana Ballet's The Nutcracker, December 4th through the 7th. Presented in partnership with Krannert Center for the Performing Arts, Area-Wide Technologies, the Bill Bass Foundation, Stone Ridge Dairy, Two Men and a Truck, and Champaign Ballet Academy. Tickets at the Krannert Center box office or cuballet.com. A delightful tradition for the entire family. Champaign-Urbana Ballet's The Nutcracker.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. There's no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help you improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
There's been an accident. Eastbound Interstate I-74 is at a crawl approaching Interstate 57 exit. Oh man, that's going to tie up some people. Again, eastbound 74 at a crawl approaching Interstate I-57 exit.
Oh boy, that's the whole Muhammad area interchange. All those new.
They've got the new flyaways going on and the ramps and all that, but they're making great progress. But when there's a problem, oh boy.
Yeah, she's tied up pretty good, and so many people have moved west to Muhammad.
Wow.
Muhammad Seymour's just turned.
No, that's quite an undertaking out there.
Yeah.
And I'm not around much, but I've learned to just go miles out of the way to avoid that.
Absolutely.
All right, I've got a clip from CNN I want you to hear. This analyst, this survey guy on CNN has really captured a lot because he's telling you the numbers, and he's not anti-anybody. But some of the Trump numbers are fascinating.
That's our pollster from CNN?
Yeah.
He's like viral, man.
He's wonderful.
They love him. Everyone
I can't believe
him.
he's still on CNN.
No, well, he's putting the numbers out there, and he rates very well.
Yeah, he's really animated. I think somebody else would get him. All right, we check your sports headlines. Illinois basketball notches their 6th win last night.
That's right. 87-73 was the final. And we also have UConn, who is now number 5 with their 5-1 record.
They lost to Arizona at UConn. Arizona ranked higher than that, I think. Arizona's real good.
Arizona's number 2. Purdue number 1 in the AP Top 25. Then Houston and Duke round out the top 5 with UConn. Then we have Louisville and Michigan's at number 7, Alabama, BYU, and Florida at number 10, Michigan at 11, Illinois now 13, UCLA at 18, Indiana at 5-0.
The first Michigan must be
25.
Michigan State, you must admit.
All right, Michigan State's at 11.
Oh, they're 11.
Michigan is
what?
Yeah. Perez Johnson.
Boy, that
Sorry,
really.
Johnny. There's those Wolverines nipping at you.
I'm actually going to cheer for Ohio State over Michigan. That's how bad it is.
No, listen, Michigan did a disastrous thing. They hired a really good basketball coach.
Oh, boy.
Dusty May. He went to the
Dusty
Final Four
May,
with Florida Atlantic.
Yes.
They took little Florida Atlantic to the Final Four.
That's right.
And then Michigan hired him.
Michigan.
No, that's...
Okay.
Bad.
Now we know.
Now you got a good coach with athletes that they've always had.
I'm not just offended. I'm disturbed.
Okay, and so we've got Pia's for the viewing of the 11:30 game on Friday out of Madison Square Garden as the Illini take on UConn, and then the Bears game against Philadelphia will be at 2:00 on Friday. So they're giving away lots of prizes and having fun. Speaking of prizes and fun, turkey bowling tonight. Sign up at
turkey
6:30.
bowling.
Oh, I know.
Frozen turkey.
Pia's. It starts starts at 7:30.
Well, it'll be tenderized. Anybody who has a frozen turkey that's tenderized.
You win the turkey that you roll. I'm kidding. I don't know what happened.
Well, I'm going to bet you there'll be a few guys show up that are expert turkey.
I bet they are.
They probably are and have done this year after year.
But you wear gloves because it's cold?
I don't know how that looks.
You need to get the wide receiver sticky gloves. Really hold on to
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
San Francisco over Carolina 20-9 yesterday. Pistons over the Pacers 122-117. Pacers are what, 2-15 on the season or something, where it's 15-2 for the Pistons. They're on a roll. New Orleans over the Bulls 143-130. Big Ten Freshman of the Week, Destiny Jackson for Illini women's
By
basketball.
the way, that was New Orleans' third win. Thank you, Chicago.
Okay.
And they've only got 9.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
It's a rough. That's a tough.
8:19. Here's Greg.
Okay, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana is Saturday, an increasingly active weather pattern going forward over the middle and late portions of the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday weekend. In the meantime, mild start to the day up to 55 later on with some patches of light rain and drizzle this morning, back in later this afternoon, and some locally dense fog here through the mid-morning as well. Light wind today, but it'll pick up out of the west-northwest at 15 to 25, gust 30 to 35 after midnight tonight. Windy, colder weather as mentioned. Will rain this evening, about at 32. Tomorrow, windy, cold weather with a few snow flurries, partly sunny and 40 at best. That west-northwesterly wind gusting 45 to 50 miles per hour, down to 22 for tomorrow night. Partly sunny again, windy, cold weather for the day, Thanksgiving Day, with a high up to about 35. Snow flurry chance. Snow in the forecast late Friday night into Saturday morning, then some mixed snow, sleet, freezing rain. Highs up to 35, near 40 with some rain, then changing over to snow by Monday. High temperatures up near 40 as mentioned on Sunday, 30s and dropping next Monday. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm Elorcious Greg Soldier.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report. We just got the heaviest wave of economic data since before the government shutdown, and it includes the last piece of inflation data the Fed will see before its pivotal December meeting to debate another interest rate cut. The report's delayed a month and a half, showing just a mild increase in wholesale prices ahead of that government shutdown. The cost of wholesale goods and services were inflation. The September report's delayed a month and a half by the longest shutdown in history, showing just a mild increase in wholesale prices ahead of the government shutdown. The cost of wholesale goods and services, that's where inflation tends to show up first, increased 0.3% in September. Retail sales, though, missed expectations, increasing 0.2% from August. They reined in spending in a number of key categories, including vehicles. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Nalian Wu, invested in you.
Stay on top of the latest forecast with America's Weather Team in the palm of your hands.
Here's the latest from America's Weather Center.
It's Fox weather updates throughout your busy day, every day.
That heat's going to be out there for one more day.
Temperatures being 30 degrees above average.
Put the power of over 100 meteorologists and the worldwide resources of Fox in your hands with the Fox Weather Podcast. Precise, personal, powerful. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcasts.com.
Honey, can't wait for you to see your Christmas present this year. It's going to be great.
Well, hope it's better than last year.
The diamond necklace with the matching earrings?
Read the room, honey, and that room is our kitchen.
I'm listening.
Here, listen to Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Hello.
He's here?
It's Black November, and the sale prices at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World are perfect for the holiday season.
Paul, we need a kitchen.
GE Profile Kitchen Package deals are $720 off with rebate, plus a free 10-year protection plan.
Now that's a gift that keeps on giving.
For 10 years.
And I'll see it more than my diamond necklace.
Paul, how about a laundry pair?
Oh, honey, now you're talking.
Electrolux front-load laundry pairs with pedestals are starting at $1,300 off with rebate.
With these savings, I can still get that new set of golf matching diamond bracelet.
Oh.
Looks like my job here is done.
Paul, one other thing. Do you gift wrap refrigerators?
Wow.
When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Io DeSumo had 28 against the Pelicans.
That's great, man.
I know. He led the team for the Bulls.
Yeah, he's really becoming a player, and he was, he started. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Bulls lost 143-130. It is a high scoring. Zion Williamson with an appearance and apparently wasn't hurt. Had 29.
Yeah, I was talking between between segments to Stevie J. Diane about Zion probably hasn't played half the games in the 7 years he's been in New Orleans.
Yeah. Pretty good pay for half the.
And he kind of aggravates the fans when he does the warm ups, and his 360 jam's great, but he's
Can't play.
Not ready.
All right, here's the guy from CNN on Donald Trump and his polling.
So is the president losing Republicans?
No. Look, this is still Donald Trump's Republican Party, and we can see it here. It's like a rock, to quote Bob Seger. I mean, take a look here. Republicans who approve of Trump. 6 months ago, it was 87%. Now, well, hello, it's the same number. It's 87%. He has not lost any support among Republicans compared to 6 months ago. As I said at the beginning, he's like a rock. He's like a rock. The Republican base is sticking by Donald Trump at this point in time.
It really is interesting to watch his overall approval rating go down, 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 but see this be completely constant here.
It is among independents. It is not among Republicans.
Okay, so how does this compare to past presidents in a second term?
Yeah, okay. I think this gives the game away, right? Which is Donald Trump, if you look at 21st century presidents' own party approval at this point in term 2, who leads the pack? It's Donald John Trump. 87% of Republicans approve of Donald John Trump. You go back to 2013, 78% of Democrats supported Barack Obama, and it was 78% of Republicans who supported George W. Bush back in 2005 at this point. So Donald Trump has the biggest highest own party approval of any president who served their entire second term in the 21st century.
You could look at this one of two ways. You could say, obviously, he's doing way better than past presidents. Or you could say, there is still room to settle. If there is a reversion to the mean here, if that does fall further, that could chip into his overall approval rating. Okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene resigning from Congress in January. One of the concerns is that Donald Trump backed someone in a primary against her. How has Donald Trump done in his congressional endorsements?
You know, when you go up against Donald Trump, you're going up against a buzzsaw, because Donald Trump's endorsement record is, it's hard to find anyone else who beats it. Times Trump endorsees won GOP primaries. In 2020, it was 98%. 2022, it was 95%. In 2024, it was 96%. And I will note, the majority of times that Donald Trump backed a challenger to an incumbent like Marjorie Taylor Greene, that challenger won a majority of the time. The bottom line is this. There was a real reason why Marjorie Taylor Greene decided, you know what, it's not worth the fight, because more times than not, when you go up against Donald Trump in a Republican primary, you lose.
Not just more times than not, almost all times.
Almost all of the times, yes.
Based on these. All right, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's saying she's not going to run for president, but there are other questions, which is, hey, is she going to stay a Republican even? What do the markets think about that?
All right, so we go to the prediction markets here, and the chance to leave the Republican Party by January 1st of 2027. You can see it, 31%. I think this is a pretty good baseline, which is more likely than not Marjorie Taylor Greene will stay within the Republican ranks, but there's actually a pretty decent chance that she doesn't. And then that becomes really interesting to see what she has to say about Republicans and Donald Trump in particular if she decides to wave adios amigos.
This is the Republicans, the prediction market saying there is a chance.
There is a chance.
Harriet, thank you very much.
There you go. CNN's numbers. So Donald Trump pretty strong. And by the way, his appeal to the Supreme Court, all the things that they go after Donald Trump, he's successful at the Supreme Court like 93% of the time.
Yeah, no, it's true.
And they gave Comey and Letitia, saying, "No, you can't do this." So
that's from paperwork.
So they're going to come back on it. Yeah,
we'll see about all that.
It was dismissed without prejudice, meaning you can come back and
I like
redo
accountability, but we just need to focus on the things he's been doing to change the direction we're going. And I think all those approvals will start going back up with independents and some Democrats, because things will get better, cheaper, safer, etc.
Well,
that's what I think.
But it's amazing to stop crime and murders and all the bad things that happen. You have to wrestle with a small segment of the population to take bad guys off the streets.
No, it's some high level people.
Man.
And I think Marjorie Taylor Greene got in trouble for being a little like Rand Paul in the Senate, which is this. Then they're correct on their principle, but you can't get anything done. And Trump's like, why am I fighting one of my best supporters when we've got Schumer and we've got Hakeem Jeffries to fight, and she's essentially on their side stopping us from doing this. But it's not perfect, and it's not going to be perfect.
No.
We just need to make some incremental progress, and that's where.
I wonder if she went on The View and found out she could be liked if she moderated a lot.
Well, she was kind of, like I said, just over MAGA for Trump, for crying out loud, and that's getting pretty MAGA, huh?
Yeah.
Make America Great Again.
Yeah.
No, I like her principle. I'm kind of relieved because I think she was,
lightning rod.
Giving a lot of ammunition to the. Who didn't take as much advantage of it because they're so distracted by Trump. They could have really done.
What's up with Kentucky? Rand Paul and Thomas Massey. What? They're not Republicans, are they? What the heck?
They're Republicans.
They never vote for Republican stuff.
They're
such
just,
an annoying.
They're
element.
maverick kind of independent thinkers. Usually, I agree with Ron Paul in principle, but he has no regard or, I guess, priority in terms of compromise.
Mm-hmm.
Just doesn't compromise, and the problem with that is you get zero done. You were right, but we got nothing.
Yeah, nothing done. Remember Paul Ryan was the Speaker of the House when Trump first got in. He got nothing done in 2 years. And
Well, I don't think that was by accident. I think he was kind of what we call a rhino, which is we're not going to go down this route with this guy, and he just didn't. And so our opportunity to do some of the things like he did this time didn't get done.
He was way more ready this time around for what he was going to do.
And by the way, you can't just make a new law or change a policy and expect in 30 to 60 days things to really switch.
Absolutely.
Although for the borders it actually did.
Yes, it did.
So
and they said, he said he'd change the pricing day one.
I like that. He said he'd stop the war day one. Okay, he did. He said that. But I think he was hoping, and I think you can probably not go crazy holding him to that.
Appears to be some sort of a peace possibility in Ukraine, Russia. I don't know if I trust that right now.
Well,
They're
you can't trust
looking at Thanksgiving.
But they say that, and he just had one of his bigger raids last night. Yeah. This guy, I don't know. This guy's no good. And I think it's a cabal, Steve. I think there's more than Putin, and I think Putin would be a little more open to a faster peace deal than maybe some of his buddies. So they're going to work. I hope it works out.
Okay.
Well, we'll see. I know what's happening. I know what Trump has done. I wonder in 25 years how the children will learn what Trump was versus just a felon. He was a Hitler.
It depends a lot on who wins the battle of which direction we're going, because they're going to write the books.
All right, here we go. Fox News, 8:30, another segment to go. Don't go away. ESPN 93.5.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. Thanksgiving Tuesday, actually the busiest day at the airports. 52,000 flights just today.
You're flying and you need to rent a car domestically, our car rental prices are down by 15%. So it feels very good where we sit with the president's economy and what he's done with regard to his energy independence push.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, AAA says 1 million more people will hit the roads this year than last. Same gas price. National average 305. Some weather in the South Central Plains after a Texas tornado damaged 100 homes in Harris County.
I see it start spinning, and then I see the spiral coming down, and then stuff just starts flying past my head. A garbage bin flew past me.
Mostly roof and tree damage. Retail sales for September slightly weaker than expected. Wholesale core inflation slightly better than expected. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a check of local news. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says National Guard troops he sent to Illinois last month returning before Thanksgiving. Troops sent to support federal immigration agents during protest over ICE raids, but a federal court ruled they could not be activated in Illinois, limiting them to securing their base while the case heads to the Supreme Court. Illinois health leaders pushed back after a CDC website update suggested the claim that vaccines don't cause autism is not an evidence-based statement. State Public Health Director said extensive research shows no link between vaccines and autism, and warned the federal wording could fuel confusion and mistrust. For the 18th year, cars lined up at Urbanda's Quest United Methodist Church Saturday in preparation for the holiday of giving thanks. The Heartstrong Food Pantry hosting its Thanksgiving Big Give Drive, where people could get the traditional holiday meal at no cost. The turkey drive almost didn't happen this year due to budget restraints. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Philo Exchange Bank is hosting their annual Santa Breakfast on Saturday, December 6th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's happening at the Frank Center in Philo. Bring a toy donation to help families in need as you brighten up their Christmas. Enjoy donuts, drinks, toy prizes from the candy cane tree, bingo, carnival games, and don't forget your picture with Santa. Merry Christmas from all of us at Stevie J Broadcasting and the Philo Exchange Bank.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Most of the overnight rain shifting off to the east and northeast. Still some sprinkles from time to time. A patch of light rain later this afternoon. Mild already out there. Later on today, about 55 and a light west-southwesterly wind. Winds will pick up tonight and pay heed not only to the dense fog advisory in some areas here through mid-morning, but that wind advisory across just about all the entire area later on tonight. We'll about a 32 as the west-northwest wind picks up 15 to 25 with gusts 40 to 45 miles per hour to the west for the day tomorrow. Few snow flurries early on, partly sunny and colder, the high at about 40. Breezy, colder tomorrow night, about a 22. Thanksgiving Day, partly sunny, windy, colder weather at 35 with maybe, again, a snow flurry or two in the morning. Clouds increase Friday, then Friday night, Saturday. A spell of some snow, sleet, freezing rain, and rain at 35. Rain, maybe some freezing rain to the north and west Sunday. Back over to that mixed moisture, then finally snow before ending on Monday. High temperatures near 40 on Sunday, 30s next Monday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Yeah, okay, so we are into our last area of the program. I am Stevie J. There's Brother Johnny, Diane Ducey.
Hello.
We got Illinois basketball, who won last night. Kind of a grindy out, favored by 32.5 and win by 15.
Well, it's interesting. Coach Underwood said they just played harder than we did, and they did.
Yeah.
And so it's like, come on, guys. I mean, like you said, this is to get ready for the tournament. You can't say, well, I had a really good first game, but we're really kind of tired.
Yeah, right. So. No, it's an experience, though, that they get to go through. And they, we have a lot of cultural things that are going on. Mihailo Petrovic, who I thought was fantastic when he had the ball in his hand. He was dishing it out. He's fast. He's the guy that has not played much because he had a hamstring. All these things happened. He wasn't allowed in the United States. I mean, he went through the rigors. Now he's starting to stretch his legs a little bit. But interestingly, apparently, they had a hard time getting Mihailo Petrovic, I believe. They had a hard time getting Mihailo to come to the huddle.
Well, it's not the culture.
Well, apparently in Europe, they just don't do that.
Oh, wow.
There's a timeout, but they don't really talk.
But this is his second game that he's been on the court, right?
I think third. Yeah, not many.
But I got to tell you, they'll learn to work together. We saw some of it coming with some great assists, but right now they're just using pretty good ability to get in. And we've got some players. We got Mirkovic, we got Stojakovic, we got Boswell. We've got a whole list of guys.
Size.
It doesn't look like that. Of course, it's game 7 last night, and they'll learn how to flow.
And Jeremy Warner asked Coach Underwood, said, hey, how do you incorporate?
Yeah, that's what I'm
some of this cultural stuff.
Just the flow and the rhythm.
No, just who plays where when.
Yeah,
because they haven't practiced. They've been hurt. They've been visaed. All that stuff.
Well, and I'll bet at practice they don't huddle. You know what I mean?
But they talk. They know who's on the page. But he said, I'd like to see Mihailo come over to me a little. And so they were yelling at him, and he got in the huddle, and that's a new thing. And the guy's like 23, 24. I mean, he's older.
He's kind of got his ways.
Give me the ball. I got this.
Yeah. Game 17, they're not going to have to be talking like that. They're going to know he always goes down the line. He's going to stay out on the rim.
That's right.
He's going to feed me if I cut.
What is your prediction? Brad Underwood said when Jeremy said, how do you get these guys in the right spots at the right time?
What do I predict Brad said?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have to defer. I'm going to try to pick another football team. I don't know what
he said. I don't know.
Okay.
He said we haven't been doing this very long, like 12 days.
Well, I can understand that.
I know, but at least he's honest, saying, we've got this. He's trying to figure it out. He's really good at this part.
I think we've got good basketball IQ. And the other thing, we didn't even point this out all morning. I think we made 13 out of 15 free throws.
It was good. Oh, by the way, how did they handle free throws after Alabama?
They practiced.
What was their strategy?
make them.
That's a good strategy.
What are you saying? No, I don't know. Like Brad says, I don't know.
He said, we didn't do anything. He said you can get into a mental thing if you start emphasizing things like that.
No, I think that's right with these guys. I think
Okay.
they can make free throws.
Yeah.
There's a good. You can overplay that hand, which means you get But I don't want them to think about that. They know I don't want to think. So now they're really thinking about it because they don't want to say anything about it, and then it just collapses.
But Coach Liz Osborne, if you missed a serve, you were doing 20 serves at least the next day.
And there is a point
practice.
at which you just spend hours and hours so that you don't have any real nervousness.
Right.
I think Mirkovic, I like the way he shoots his free throws, Steve.
No.
It looks like they're just all going in.
Yeah.
He's got this rhythm and this.
Yeah, no, it's
so
true. Yeah.
obviously he's confident.
And, back to Coach O, if everybody on the team made all their serves, we'd have Monocle's pizza party on Friday after practice.
No
So,
kidding.
There's that.
There's all kinds of strategies.
Incentive.
All kinds of things you can do.
I think working on it to where you get the confidence so you don't get nervous. That's where you want to be. And you can't make them all. You just don't worry about it.
But you just get to the line, and it's like nobody's around you. It's only 15 feet. It's not very far.
You got it.
Here's our total for the rebounds last night in the game. Free throws 19 out of 22.
How many? Do you have any three? I just wonder how many. I don't think we shot as many threes the second half. Played a much better game the second half.
Is this right? It looks like we shot better than I expected from three. 8 for 30, 27. I thought it was way worse.
8 for 30.
Yeah. So
that's 27%.
I actually think this team for the season will end up 35 plus.
If you're at 27%, you need to keep it around 20 or less. That's just me. I didn't even coach but one championship basketball team, but they were only sixth graders. Or was it 2? But anyway.
Well, I mean, again.
Is there snack incentives on the sixth graders?
And I should have had another one, but the 12-year-old guy running the clock, there's 2 seconds left.
12-year-old guy.
And 12 seconds into the last play of the game, they hit a long three. And I was probably too rough on the 12-year-old.
Oh, okay.
I'm like Bob Nunn, I'm telling you.
Okay. Throwing it there and everything.
From 3-point, Wegler, Stojakovic, Boswell, 3 very good players that have had success. Those 3 players were 2 out of 15.
Yeah, that's
unusual. From 3. That's unusual because
we need to do better than that. But
yeah.
I don't think we need to shoot as many anyway. There'll be times where you have to, and you have to make them. That's the game.
You just gotta make them. You just got to make them when you're wide open. Anyway, we go off to Connecticut. It's 11:30 a.m. A lot of times we talk about biorhythms and who's ready for what. I wonder with all the Europeans, does this matter what time of day we play?
They don't even know what you're talking about. Give me the ball.
Yeah, that's right. No, I don't know. I mean, UConn's UConn. They had a disappointing year for them last year. They're the team that scored 30 in a row in the NCAA tournament Elite 8 game on us without us scoring. They scored 30 in a row. In the second half, they blow that game open, and they won the national title. So they're excellent. Well, coach, of course, Danny Hurley and all that stuff. It's interesting. His wife was actually on an interview and talking about how Danny Hurley, the coach of UConn, can do nothing. He said he can't even order food without me. He doesn't know how to do anything except coach basketball.
Well, that's a good thing to land on.
If I'm not there, he does nothing. He can't do it. That's why she's talking like that.
Yeah, so me and Danny are similar.
Yeah,
exactly. I get it.
All right.
Sometimes you get a little tunnel vision.
I am so impressed with Andrei Stojakovic. He's a mature kid.
Yeah.
And he just sounds so good when representing the University of Illinois.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a hard game. One day in between 2 well-coached teams, 2 tricky teams to play against, and we knew we just had to pull this one out to get ready for the next big one. Yeah, like I said, we made some very simple scouting report mistakes, but we just have to be better. every game we have to be better defensively from now on. We know that there's not going to be any easy games moving forward.
Yeah, very mature, very well spoken. It was funny, somebody asked him about, do you think you're fighting for a national championship? He said, well, I don't know exactly what you want me to say, but yes, of course we're fighting for a national. And Brad Underwood was sitting next to him. Good answer, good answer.
No, really, Rio Grande Valley's fighting for a national championship.
Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to take down the Illini when we play.
You want to win it all. That's what you do.
You got to have the eye of the tiger.
Yes, that's correct.
But I think, again, we go through this every year. Who's playing? Who do we have? What's their situation? Can we have a great upside? The only thing, and I don't know if it's a good thing, the only thing in my mind is March. And it isn't even, Big Ten standings. It's how do you do in March? Can you win to the next weekend? If you get to the Sweet 16, I think it's regarded as a really
I think you've
good
been
year.
drawn into that, and that's too bad, see, because you should enjoy the game. Okay, we had a game last night. We had a great time. Lena says the best day of his
Selection
life.
Sunday.
And then we
What
got a
seed
game
are we?
against UConn. Just for the game itself.
No.
You play for the game itself. And then you can really, of course, the fans have nothing else to do but talk about it.
Absolutely.
And you can overthink it to
Well,
where you really, you really paralyze
but
yourself.
If we beat UConn and lose in the tournament to Rio Grande, Texas, we'll forget UConn.
Well, why are you worried about that, Steve? You should. I think you
remember Austin P.
Probably
that was rough.
Forget
Austin P.
about.
was
I
rough.
remember Austin
That
P.
was
because
hard.
you keep reminding me about it. Look, you need to stay right where you are and forget coaching because there'll be a timeout, tie game, and Steve will be just staring and shaking, and the team will go, "What do we do, coach?"
No, listen. I have successfully reached this point in my life where 1 hour after a ball game, I'm good.
Yeah.
I have not all in anymore. Disappointed, but I can't let it ruin a week, a day, a minute past my hour.
I'm kind of over it because the Cubs won the World Series and the Saints won the Super Bowl in my lifetime.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's like, what else is there? So everything. And the Illinois, I would like to see a championship.
National championship.
Had
that would be pretty
that
good.
runner-up after North Carolina's cheating us, but it was a good game. And we had a better team and all that. But I've taken to heart the ESPN campaign kind of program. They had ad campaign where being a sports fan is work. And the shows, right. And boy, are they right. And I am retired.
Yeah, no, it's just nicer to enjoy, but sometimes you get into these bigger
What
games.
I've really enjoyed, I've got in that football pool, right? So I'll watch other games, right? It's really nice to watch a game, and
you don't
really
care about right. No, you're right.
I'm always cheering for the offense. It doesn't matter what
Yeah.
uniform they've got on, and it's great because with this pool, I can't even remember who I picked, so I don't look, so I don't have to worry about it.
All right, 8:45. Here's your sports headline that we missed, but I will play Brad's comments after the ball game last night.
Okay.
Well, that's a good basketball team we played, and my hat's off to their coach and their players, and I spent a few years in the Southland, and that's going to be a team that's going to be very, very competitive, top to bottom in that league. So he's got them playing really hard. I thought they played harder than we did tonight, with a little more focus. But found a way. Tonight we didn't shoot the ball very well. Tonight we weren't very sharp. I think one of the challenges that you kind of look at the trap game. I thought we bounced back from the Alabama game, and I think Long Island's better than we allowed them to look. But tonight we escaped and did some nice things. Still didn't shoot the ball very well, and close to 90, and yet I thought we were just okay. Defensively, some of these smaller teams give us some challenges in guarding the bounce. I thought Mihailo and Z came in and gave us a great lift. Mihailo we went back to some ball screen stuff with them, and we got a couple pops and a couple dunks, and he actually made some great passes that weren't assisted because we didn't make the shots. But I thought we were a little bit tired. I'm tired, but that's the way postseason basketball is, and you play tired, and we've got to continue to grow from that. The thing I'm most disappointed in is scouting report mistakes. And I thought the kid for Kai Dixon for them was outstanding. A kid averaging 7 gets 21, and most of them just because he played really hard. So hats off to them, and now it's on to another one on Friday.
That's right.
Yep.
Illini women's basketball's Destiny Jackson, Big Ten Freshman of the Week. NFL action yesterday. San Francisco over Carolina 20-9. We also had New Orleans beating the Bulls 143-130, but Io started and led the Bulls with the 28 points. So,
yeah,
go Io and all that.
You bet. All right.
That's essentially sports. I'm Diane Ducey.
All right, we will some good NFL games here coming up on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Kansas,
What do we got?
Kansas City at the first game is
the first game is Green Bay at Detroit at noon. Then Kansas City and Dallas is the afternoon
at
game.
Dallas, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Cincinnati's at Baltimore is the evening game, and of course on Friday at 2 is the Bears at Philadelphia.
Wow.
11:30 in the
draw
morning.
that is.
11:30 in the morning is
on Black Friday.
Illini
versus number 5 UConn.
So Gene McCormick died, the former mayor of Philo, an outstanding human. I love Gene McCormick. Dies at the age of 97. I grew up with the family, essentially in their house a lot.
That's for sure.
So our prayers are with the whole McCormick family. It's never easy losing a powerhouse like Gene.
She's 97.
Unbelievable person. I loved her.
And never saw. I mean, she was always
Mayor of Philo, always at events. I was always pointing her out. The sesquicentennial, she had a ball playing bingo with us. And, of course, I introduced that her local celebrities in the house. Let's give it up for Gene McCormick.
Well, I know,
and she waved real big.
Mom and Gene, back when they were kids, 93, they went to Omaha together and had a great time.
They did.
And they travel on short trips a lot.
No, listen, it's very close to that family. Visitations Friday, funeral Saturday, I think, for Jean.
That's right.
But no, she was huge for Philo, tough with common sense.
And one of the Parade of Lights Grand Marshals, too. And that's coming up on Sunday. So I'm sure when I'm announcing that at 5 o'clock in downtown Philo that I'll bring that up when the Grand Marshals go by, because all the Grand Marshals from the past are invited to be a part of that, which is a cool tradition. Yeah. And, of course, the tree lighting that happens at the local library.
Yeah, Jean was at a lot of those.
She was at last several helping me sing carols. Yeah. And you've been with us for that.
Yes,
and that my mom started many years ago. Okay, it's 8:50. Check Greg's weather one more time before we leave you.
We should talk about the quality you get at Ashley Home Store.
Because we are the largest producer of furniture in North America, we have to produce at the highest standard. So quality checking everything, up to 300 pounds on all of our reclining furniture. I've been to the factory. I've seen how they do the quality testing, and it's pretty impressive. It's kind of furniture nerdy, but I think it's fun to see how they go above and beyond. So the highest quality steel, they make their own foam, they make their own mattresses. It's the most vertically integrated furniture company in the world. And our website is ashley.com.
Hey, Illini fans. Fall is in the air, leaves are turning, and it's tailgate time. Bring on the Jets Pizza and Wings. Get a one-topping large Jets Pizza, code LJETS for just $16.99, and then wing it. Add an order of Jets Wings for just $6. Use code WINGIT. Be the hit of your tailgate party and wing it. It's not just pizza, it's Jets Pizza.
Ever wonder why you pay your bank to have a checking account? Fisher National Bank does too. You see, they offer free rewards cashback checking that gives you cash back on debit purchases, no service fees or balance requirements. Simply make 12 debit card purchases, receive electronic statements, and have one direct deposit in a monthly cycle. It's so simple. Reward yourself today with rewards cashback checking. Learn more at any branch or FisherNational.com. Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone on why integrity is
important at Sarah.
We hire the person. The person makes the deal. The person makes the department. The person makes everyone around them treat people with courtesy and respect. If you have a quality human being, you can play any position, right? We're talking about sports. They can perform in any department, and I could teach someone a job, but I can't teach them to be a good person.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana and vicinity. Most of the overnight rain shifting off to the east and northeast. Still some sprinkles from time to time. A patch of light rain later this afternoon. Mild already out there. Later on today, about 55 and a light west-southwesterly wind. Winds will pick up tonight and pay heed not only to the dense fog advisory in some areas here through mid-morning, but that wind advisory across just about all the entire area later on tonight. We'll about at 32 as the west-northwest wind picks up 15 to 25 with gusts 40 to 45 miles per hour to the west for the day tomorrow. Few snow flurries early on, partly sunny and colder, the high at about 40. Breezy, colder tomorrow night, will about at 22. Thanksgiving Day, partly sunny, windy, colder weather at 35 with maybe, again, a snow flurry or two in the morning. Clouds increase Friday, then Friday night, Saturday. A spell of some snow, sleet, freezing rain, and rain at 35. Rain, maybe some freezing rain to the north and west Sunday. Back over to that mixed moisture, then finally snow before ending on Monday. High temperatures near 40 on Sunday, 30s next Monday. For TVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Fastest lawnmowers, Dixie Chopper dedicated diesel, might have a couple left, not many.
There's not very many. They're going for awesome prices. If somebody wants to make an offer on one, we're more than happy to entertain it, and if it's in the ballpark, we'll get it worked out.
Wow, that's amazing. I know somebody heard us talking and went in last week or two and was excited because of the deal he got.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, and then they picked it up, I believe, last week, and everything is good. Andy, it was a little bit dirty. It was actually one of the low-hour trades that we had, and Andy would not let that thing go out dirty, so he made them wait a couple of days so he could get it cleaned up and washed up good. So.
Well, somebody got a deal. I know that. There are deals to be had at Dedicated Diesel, Dixie Chopper. How would they reach you on the driving side and anything about the Dixie Chopper? They call Andy, I think.
Yep, they can call Andy at 217-328-0562.
Have a good one. Tim Onstadt.
Tim Onstadt, Gale Ferrick Trucking, and Dedicated Diesel.
Johnny, we'll only make you work one more day this week. That's tomorrow. Thank you.
Well,
Thanks for
I'll
coming.
tell you what, it's great to be here in Philo. Thanksgiving time. It's great to be. So many people appreciative and thankful around.
That's
me.
right.
You betcha. Thanks, Diane.
Enjoy the day.
I'm Stevie J. Have a great Tuesday.
At Freedom Roofing, they stand for quality, integrity, and the American way. Locally owned and built on trust, they take pride in protecting what matters most, your home. Their expert team delivers top-notch craftsmanship with unbeatable customer service because you deserve nothing less. When storms hit or roofs age, call the name that stands for strength. Freedom Roofing, proudly serving our community because your roof should be as strong as the country we call home. Freedom Roofing, built on trust, powered by integrity. Visit freedomchampagne.com.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting. When time matters, proximity counts. Fly Champaign-Urbana and start your trip on schedule. American Airlines connects you through Dallas and Chicago, linking you to business centers across the U.S. and beyond with connections to over 200 destinations. Be efficient, be connected, be home sooner. Fly Champaign-Urbana Willard Airport. Local convenience, global reach.
As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up Oscar!
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jet's Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football from Jet's Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
I'm living under a cloud. I don't get out of bed. It started with my washing machine breaking down. I called a one-guy-in-a-truck repair service. Took them a week to show up. My condition worsened when the repairman ordered the wrong part. Things got really bad. Had to go to the laundromat. I knew I hit rock bottom. Then I found Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
I'm Paul Reekin with Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. We have repair service clinically proven to be the fastest and most affordable in Champaign-Urbana. Side effects only come from not calling Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. These effects include personal frustration from failing to get laundry done, irritable spouse syndrome, and stinky athlete kids that can be noticed from across the house.
Thanks to Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, my cloudy days at the laundromat are over.
Let's say you decide not to repair the appliance.
Like the repair is worse than I thought?
If you decline the repair, you get $50 off a new appliance purchase.
Dick Van Dyke has me winning either way. I'm experiencing no side effects now, Paul.
Wow! Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Attention drivers. When it comes to your car, trust matters. That's why savvy drivers choose PDR Automotive for top-notch service and unbeatable quality. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, their team of expert technicians has the skill and experience to keep your vehicle running smoothly. At PDR Automotive, customer satisfaction is their priority, and they won't rest until your car is back on the road performing at its best. Visit PDR Automotive in Urbana today, family owned and operated for more than 50 years. They're what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champagne.
What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always will recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA Champagne.com. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana.